What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want you guys to think back. Some of you that can think back long enough. You remember in the 80s, there would be a lot of stories about vigilantes, and there'd be a lot of, stories about cops and taking down the bad guys using unconventional ways. Movies like Cobra with Sylvester Stallone, RoboCop, stuff like that. You guys remember those type of movies, right? Do you remember how they used to always come on where it'd be like a narrator talking and showing how bad the world was and why they need this type of person, whoever was the star was in the movie, to come forward and just handle things the way they handle it, and they're doing it unconventionally, like regular people that are out here, police officers entrusted to maintain law and order. You guys remember that, right? And it would come on like this: a city under siege, no hope until he came, or something like that. And it would show some of the most crazy violent stuff with cheesy special effects and people being victimized in a position that none of us want to be in. You know what's crazy about the 80s? It was like a precursor or a prediction of how things are now. Today I want to talk to you about a story I seen that's just bad. It's just bad. Let's just get to it. And this is out of Northeast DC. Shout out Northeast DC, I think it was, where a shootout occurred. And the police are looking for 4 people that on a regular street opened fire and fired over 150 shots, hitting cars, homes, anything that was out there, trying to kill each other. Now, this has been going on for a long time. It ain't nothing new, but I want you to watch this story and listen to the people who, though they weren't victims of the violence, they were victims of the damage of the violence to their vehicles and stuff. And look how real the stuff is they say. And my heart goes out to these people who don't have money like that, but are forced to pay for damages of things that has no cause of them. It's an epidemic of violence, and it's growing out here. It's an epidemic of people just going out and creating bad days for other people by damaging their stuff. And people are having to spend money they don't have, and it's affecting their livelihoods, all because these people that don't contribute anything to society, are out here doing the most. Take a look at this, and I'll come back with commentary.
More than 140 shots fired in a Northeast community, sending bullets flying Wednesday night. Families with children having to run to safety as cars, homes, even a church were riddled with gunshots. News is gathering new details tonight about this shooting and the ongoing investigation. Now, this happened near 15th and Benning Road in Northeast. Our D.C. reporter Felicia Ashley shows us how this crime is costing families in a community where residents tell us they are already struggling to make ends meet.
I spoke to a mother who's just trying to make ends meet for herself and her son, but she says now for the 3rd time her vehicle has been shot up, caught in the crossfire of shootouts in her neighborhood. And now it's costing her money she does not have, not just to fix her vehicle, but to also put back the pieces of her life again. This is not fireworks. Only 7 News obtained this video of more than 140 bullets shooting between the Pentacle, Benning Courts, and Aziz Bates apartments owned by the Horning brothers in Northeast.
Every time I look at that hole, it freaks me out to know if I was sitting in my seat.
I spoke to a mom. One of the dozen vehicles that were hit was hers, on top of the church and the homes that shots flew through.
So it was shot in the backside, right here, and down here. The bullet came through on this side, came through to the seat belt, which put a hole in the seat belt, through the dashboard, both sides, and then went through the back seat.
Had you been sitting in that front seat, you would have been...
I would have got hit. I would have got hit and it would have killed me, but it took me out. Instead of me trying to pay rent, I'm gonna have to pay to get my car fixed. I don't have the money like that. I don't make a lot of money.
This mom was recently impacted by the federal layoffs and now by the impacts of this shootout.
Deposit for the rental car, you gotta pay the deductible for your car, and you still gotta just pay the taxes and everything. So it's charging me everything I have.
She said one insurance company dropped her because there were too many shootings in her neighborhood.
This is actually the third time my car was shot. The first time was through the window, the front window, into the seat, and went into the back where my child sit at. And we got out the car 3 minutes before the shooting happened.
What's your biggest fear?
Getting killed. Getting killed, or one of my kids get hurt.
Police are still looking for upwards of 4 suspects that were involved in this very large shootout that impacted multiple families in this community. For now, reporting from the DC Bureau, Felicia Ashley, 7 News.
All right, guys, you've seen it. Just like the 80s was a prediction of how it's going to be. Total anarchy. These motherfuckers shooting, turning places into war zones. And what's sad is everybody's struggling nowadays. And some people cannot move out of the hell that they're in. And there are a lot of cities under siege. We know this. You know who else knows this? The government, state officials. There are various cities known for violent crime. New York, Atlanta, Chicago, Houston, among other places, LA. Some of the most vicious crimes out. Heinous crimes by people. And you would think that these state representatives in their stupid, soft, cushy leather chairs with their fucking gavels and their yays and their fucking nays would say, you know what, we need to come together. Go to Washington and redo a lot of these state constitutions and these federal laws. And we need to say, you know what? We're in control and we're here to create law and order and make sure the average citizen is safe, especially children and the elderly. And these people are not taking any shorts with committing violence. Neither should we. If it's all about the people, for the people, by the people, why the fuck is this shit happening? Why? Walmart shootings and stabbings. All kind of stuff out here. Children ain't safe. Women ain't safe. Nobody's safe. Elderly ain't safe. None of it changes. All of this can be fixed at the stroke of a pen and a collective agreement between people that want to see a better tomorrow than today. You always see these documentaries about corruption and all of this shit in other countries and stuff, and people be brainwashed thinking America's the greatest place. We got our own problems too. And a lot of it has to do with corruption. It does. It does. A lot of people are greedy and don't give a fuck about nobody, but they'll smile in your face and they say, hey, I'm here for you. You voted for me. Thank you very much. Then as soon as you turn your back thinking you did the right thing, they give you the fucking finger. This is crazy. Did you hear the amount of shots in that Ring doorbell can? It sounded like fireworks. They're shooting guns, going into houses, hitting car windows, car doors, high velocity war type weapons, going through the doors, in the back seats, in the seat belts, and all kind of stuff. These people are shooting to kill and don't care who they kill, as long as they kill the person they was aiming at. And a lot of times they don't even hit the intended target. But this is the reality that's out here right now, and nobody seems to care. The justice system only works well when the conviction goes towards their narrative. Fear. They use fear to control people and all this other stuff. And I don't want to sound like I'm outside of, like some bitch. That's not even where I'm trying to go. I'm just trying to point out the obvious. The greatest commodity in America is you and I, the consumer. The citizen. There can't be no rich and there can't be no poor without people buying these products and people voting for these people and people just existing. At any given time, guys, you can look up hell on a YouTube ad. Somebody's asking you for something, a commercial, whatever. Buy our products, buy this, buy this. We are the greatest commodity here. It's not precious metals. That only has value and worth when people are willing to what? Consume it through spending and paying for it. Each of us has value in this country. And they use that against us sometimes. And then another thing is this. People always put this on the police. Oh, the police got to catch these people. They got to do this, they got to do that. But they're not really getting no help above them. How many times have police caught criminals only for the justice system to release them? How many times have police got hurt trying to chase somebody and get them into custody, and then some snafu in the court system releases them back out to go terrorize other people? There are multiple stories I have done about people that have done crazy things that should have them locked up forever after being released and going and committing another crime. People don't fear the justice system. They damn sure don't fear American punishment. That's the thing. We need to start attacking this shit at the root and stop dancing around the goddamn daisies and saying, "Ooh, this is the problem," or "Look at this, look at that." People that are always in control that tell you to look this way, they're doing something that way. We're in a time now where even young kids are not scared of police, and they're not scared of persecution. They're not. And they're more violent than they ever been. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm telling you, in those 80s and 90s movies, early 90s movies, they had these crazy vigilante people and all stuff. What happened in the movie? The bad guy always met an untimely demise at the end, and order and chaos was restored. You don't see that now. You just see a bunch of fucking talking and no action. And then when they do catch these people, they'll praise the people that caught them, and then later on down the line, they'll praise the criminal by letting them back into society. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.